What's up, guys? I'm here with Bob to give you our advanced or intermediate/advanced class for the afternoon. We are going to go over some of the spinning techniques that we talked about the other day. If you watched our class on Tuesday, if you missed that one, you might want to go back and check that out first. But basically, the other day we learned 4 spinning attacks. Today we're going to put those into combinations, learn how to set them up and how to follow them up. Okay? So we're also going to go over our boxing drill for a bit and run through a little bit of footwork with that. But first, before we can do any of that, we got to warm up a little bit. So we're going to start off elbow pulls, cross and pull 4 times, and then one washing machine on each side, left, right, twist, twist. So cross and pull 4 times, then twist, twist. Cross and pull, and twist, twist. Okay, let's go to reverse punches. Nice and easy, relax. I kind of like to get my shoulders and my chest moving, so it almost looks like I'm bouncing my shoulders up and down a little bit, but I just kind of over-exaggerate. I really just am trying to get everything warmed up and moving fluidly, okay? When I punch, if you notice right now, I'm not locking my elbow out, I'm not closing my fist super tight, I'm staying nice and relaxed. I'm just trying to get my whole body going. Let's go to uppercuts, and again, I kind of give a little extra bounce with this, a real tight uppercut. Just trying to warm up, start twisting, start loosening up a little bit. Okay, obviously this is not how I would really throw uppercuts if I wanted to hit people. It's just using that uppercut motion to get our body working a little bit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make my hips face the front, and I'm gonna scissor my legs back and forth. Let's stay light on the balls of my feet. Stay facing you. You can use your arms to help if you want. You can just let your arms relax. My upper body is pretty loose and relaxed right now. Okay? We're just going to go to a regular hop in the center. So my feet are side by side, parallel. And you can see my arms kind of dangle down, nice and relaxed. Okay, we're just going to start moving left and right a little bit. My feet are still parallel. And now we're going to do that scissor and move left and right. So I'm not really twisting my hips. I'm not really moving my upper body. I'm just letting my feet move, bouncing up and down. Stay relaxed. Get your body moving. In and out. So stay in the center. Meaning I'm not moving left and right anymore. My body stays here, my feet move in and out. Front, back, front, back. So I'm gonna do this sideways for you. You can see I jump to the front, open my feet, jump to the middle, close my feet, jump to the back, open my feet, jump to the middle, close my feet. And I'm really not jumping. Like I said at the beginning, I'm just bouncing here. Okay? I jump, I'm going to wear myself out. I'll put too much pressure on my knees and my ankles too soon. We don't want that. Okay, in a fighting stance now. Real lazy, relaxed fighting stance. Moving front and back here. Soft hands. Okay, start maybe putting them into a guarding position. I'm still bouncing, feet moving, but they're staying in that fighting stance position where they would normally be. Switch to the other side. Or do one more with this bouncing. Make sure everybody's warm, make sure our legs are good to go. So I'm going to go in and back. Bounce, bounce, in and back. Bounce, bounce, in and back. And we're just throwing a real lazy jab. Bounce, bounce, jab. Bounce, bounce, jab. Okay, switch. And again, it's a real lazy jab. We're just loose and relaxed. 2 bounces. Jab, pull back. more. All right, relax. So, anytime we're warming up, we want to start off light on the muscle stuff, okay? I don't want to just jump in and start going full power, stiff punches without getting everything ready to go first, okay? We're going to run through our boxing drill techniques real quick. So, 1 is the jab, 2 is jab cross, 3 jab cross hook, 4 jab cross hook uppercut. Okay, it doesn't matter which stance you're in, jab is always your front hand. Okay, so you're always starting with the front hand, whether you're standing left or right back stance, doesn't matter. Now, we've got the defensive techniques that go with it. So we've got the duck, jab, duck. We've got the cover, jab, cross, cover. We've got the slip, jab, slip. And we added in the kick maybe 2 weeks ago with these videos. Okay, so I'm doing jab, we did the round kick, or jab, cross, switch. Remember we worked on that little switch step kick, little switch step kick, okay? The next step is what we call the fade technique, okay? And it's called different things. You could call it a lean, you could call it a fade, you could just call it a dodge. But what it is I'm in my stance, and the bad guy is throwing an attack. My opponent's throwing an attack. And I want to dodge, I don't want to get hit, but I don't want to give up my position. Okay, we'll talk about that a little more in just a second. But what it basically looks like is the punch comes in, I pull my head and my upper body back, and I just lightly slide my front foot in, and then I go right back to where I was. So here's my stance. Okay, I just barely get out of the way. Barely get out of the way. Okay? And I'm facing you. Make sure you can see my feet, sorry. I just move enough so that your attack can't reach me. I might cover, I might block, I might move my head, depending on what exact type of attack I'm dodging. It's a straight punch, front hand, back hand, hook, what is it? We don't know, okay? But I'm just moving a little bit, okay? My goal here is not to, if you can imagine that Bob had arms for a second, okay? Right now I can reach him, that means he could also reach me. So, if he throws a punch and I get out of the way, he can't reach me, but now I can't reach him either. I gave up my position, all right? And if you've sparred, you know that once you start moving back and giving up position, the attacker is going to keep taking advantage of that if he knows what he's doing. He's going to start moving and he's going to start grabbing me back, and then I'm going to be playing defense the whole time. I'm not going to be able to set up my attacks and do what I want to do. So instead, when he throws his attack, I get out of the way. See, I can't reach him now, so that means he can't reach me. But as soon as I dodge his attack, boom, now I can go right back where I was and continue with what I wanted to do. Okay, so I was back here, we're sparring, and I kind of work my way in, I get in close enough, he throws a punch, boom. I don't give up. I don't say, oh no, he's punching me, I gotta get out, I gotta get away. Okay, I stay close. My top half moves, my front foot moves, but my back foot stays planted, it stays where it is. And then I can just drop back into my stance and attack. Okay, I'm just going to use this little foot on the mat to mark. Okay, so you can see my back foot is going to stay where it is. My front foot is on the red foot. It moves back and forward again. Oops, and then it kicks, right? Now, you shouldn't be picking your foot up off the floor. That's why I kicked it there on accident, because I didn't pick my foot up off the floor. And that's the right thing to do, is to keep your foot low. If I take a big step back, okay, it's going to be too slow, it's too much movement. It's just a little move. Okay, so I'll put my foot next to the red foot. How's that? So I'm here, move, so I'm behind the red foot, boom, and then I step back into my stance again. Okay, that's called the fade. So we're going to do the fade on our front leg. We're going to do it 5 times in each stance. So here we go. Go ahead and put one foot forward. Okay, I'll turn off to an angle a little bit so you can see. We're going to evade. We're going to get out of the way. We're going to fade. And then as we step back forward, we're going to throw a jab. Ready? Fade and jab. 1, boom, boom. 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. Ready? So I'm just turning off to the angle so you can see my feet. The punch is coming in this way. I get out and I get right back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, just a little move. My front foot, my chest, and my head all move back, but they don't go past my back foot. I'm not leaning over. Okay, that's too far. You can do the fade with your back foot as well. Okay, typically we use the front leg, but you can use your back leg as well. So from here, I could step back and then kind of spring off. Okay, here, boom, I can spring back in. All right, so same thing. I can reach Bob, he can reach me. Now he can't reach me, I got out of the way, boom, and then I launch myself off that back foot back into where I can attack again. Okay? So that's a fade on the rear leg. So I can fade, boom, and counter. Fade, counter, fade, counter. Whatever it is you decide you want to do. So let's do the rear fade. Ready? Here we go. 1, fade, boom. 2, notice my front foot doesn't move. 3, boom. 4, boom. 5, okay, other side, ready? Front foot stays put, back foot fades. 1, fade, boom. 2, fade, 3, 4, and 5. Boom, boom. Okay, now obviously right now I'm just standing still. If you were sparring or if you were going to try this a little more realistic version, you would need to be moving and throwing techniques. Okay, and then, oh, I got punched, but I dodged and I got in there. Okay, one other option, and we've talked about this more later, but if the punch is coming, and we've talked before, you don't duck if you're taller than the person, but if you're close to the same height or a little shorter than the attacker, if a punch is coming, you can do that rear fade and actually drop. Instead of leaning back, I can drop. And in that case, the punch comes at my head, I can drop under the punch, and I can try to throw a body shot. It's the same footwork, but when this foot steps back, instead of my upper body moving back, this foot steps back, my upper body just drops down. So it's the same thing, I'm just changing where my body goes. Instead of following my foot, I go down and my foot goes back. But we can talk more about that another time. Okay? So, the second half of this class today is going to go over spinning. So, if you watched our class on Tuesday, we did spinning elbow, spinning hammer blow, spinning back kick, and a spinning side kick or reverse side kick. So, I'm going to use Bob to help me out here. We're going to learn how to set these spins up. Okay? So, right now, I'm assuming you know how to do these spinning techniques. If you haven't watched that other video and you're not comfortable with doing your spins, then you might need to go back and practice those a few more times before you try these out, okay? We're going to start off again with the kicks, just like we did last week, or last time on Tuesday. Remember, when I spin, I need to turn my hips. I need to start at the bottom with my feet. That turns my knees, that turns my hips, that turns my chest, that turns my shoulders. We talked about all that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a front kick, and then as I set my foot down, I'm going to pivot and turn around so that my heel is towards you, and that's going to set me up for my back kick. Okay, so I'm going to do one towards you, then I'll show you one on Bob. So I do front kick, pivot, back kick. Okay? Against Bob, I do a front kick, pivot, look over my shoulder, back kick. Then I can step out. Okay? You could choose to continue attacking too. My partner doesn't have feet, so he doesn't move. All right? But if I was sparring a person, if you kicked me really hard and I blocked the first one and then you spun and kicked me again, even if I blocked, I'm probably going to step back. So that might create room for you to come in with some more attacks, with some more punches. If your partner didn't move, like Bob didn't move, you saw I had to do my spin kick and then kind of step back out into my stance, and I would have to go on to something else. Okay? So what follows up kind of depends on what the opponent does. Did they block? Did you hit them? Did they step backwards? Did they dodge? Did you knock them down? Okay, so that all sort of is dependent upon what happens after you throw the kick. Okay, so for now, we're just going to work on kick, spin kick, and we'll add a double punch just to get the follow-up in there, okay? So I'm going to do the first one slow. Do it with me. Pick up your knee, do a front kick. Now this foot's going to turn around as you set it on the floor. Look over your shoulder, pick up your knee, which is the one you were just standing on. Back kick, turn out to the front, and double punch. Okay? Almost lost my balance going slow there. All right, now, so I'm switching legs. Okay, I did right leg, or left leg, right leg, depending on your stance. Okay? So here we go. We're going to speed it up a little bit. Ready? 1, kick, spin, kick, step, double punch. 2, kick, spin, kick, double punch. 3, kick, spin, kick, double punch. Boom. 4, kick, spin, kick, double punch. Ready? 5, kick, spin, kick, double punch. 6, kick, spin, kick, double punch. 7, kick, spin, kick, double punch. And we'll do one more. Here we go. 8, kick, spin, kick, double punch. Boom, boom. All right. Can't do too many spins. Don't want everybody getting too dizzy. All right? So, for our spin back kick, I started square to the front. When I spin, I'm square to the back. Okay? The next one is reverse side kick. So this time we're going to work our angles from the side. So I'm going to start turned off to the side a little bit. I'm going to throw a back leg round kick. Okay, so remember that means I pivot on my front foot, so my heel points towards you as I pick up my knee and kick. Boom. Set my foot down pointing towards you. Turn over my shoulder. Pick up my knee and kick. Okay? Back round kick, reverse side kick. I'm going to kick Bob. 1, 2. Boom. Okay? And then to follow this one up after the side kick, I'm going to step forward and throw a back fist on the same hand. So if I throw my side kick on my left leg, I'll throw my back fist on my left hand. Here we go. We're going to do 8. If you noticed last time I switched back and forth, you do the same thing. All right? Ready? 1, round kick, reverse side kick, back fist. Notice how I'm traveling forward every time. 2, round kick, side kick, back fist. Okay? 3, kick, spin, back fist. 4, kick, spin, back fist. Okay, I'm going to switch my stance. Here we go. 5, kick, spin, back fist. 6, kick, spin, back fist. 7, kick, spin, back fist. One more time, ready? Here we go. 8, kick, spin, back fist. And for all of these, of course, when you kick, if you bring your knee back in, it helps you set up what's next. Okay? So do your round kick, snap your foot in so you can put it down exactly where you want it. All right? Anytime we spin, we want to move forward. Okay? I mentioned that. You notice I was moving towards the camera every time. I don't want to do this. Okay? I'm going to attack Bob. I don't want to do this. And lean away, because look how much space there is here. Okay? And also, you probably noticed that wasn't a very good kick. I hit with the ball with my foot. I was way overextended. My balance was off. Okay, no good. So what I want to do as I spin is I want to move forward. I want to move towards the target. Okay? I want to let my body weight go with me. I don't just want to stick my leg way out there. I want my whole body moving into the target to generate lots of power. Okay? Next one we're going to do here is a spin elbow. And we're going to throw it off of a forward elbow. Okay? So I'm going to be in very close for this kind of attack. Elbow, spin elbow. Okay? Elbow, spin elbow. Remember when I throw that first elbow, peekaboo, cover my face. Okay, as I throw the spin, my tricep, that back part of my arm, back part of my elbow comes down. Okay? Just to add a follow-up, we're going to throw elbow, spin elbow, and then I'm going to switch my stance and knee. Okay? 1, 2, 3. All right? Is what we're doing there. So, here we go. Starting with our front elbow, or what did I say front elbow? I mean attacking towards the front, a forward striking elbow. Ready? Here we go. 1, elbow, spin elbow, switch step, knee. Okay, I'll move back just a little bit more. Here we go. 2, elbow, spin, switch, knee. 3, 4, okay, I'm going to switch my stance. I'm stepping forward on that first elbow to generate a little bit more power, and I can also step forward on the ball of my foot so that it makes it easy for me to twist, okay? If I'm standing flat, when I start to twist, my knee and my ankle don't go with me. It puts more pressure on my knee and ankle if I start twisting with my foot flat. It makes it almost impossible for me to do a good spin, okay, without hurting myself. So I'm light, my heels are light on the floor, I'm not heavy. We got 4 more of these to do. Here we go, ready? 1, elbow, elbow, switch, knee. Ready? 2, 3, 1 more time. 4, threw an extra knee in there. Let's do 1 more. Ready? 4.5. There we go. All right. Now, the last one we're going to do is a spin hammer blow. Okay? We're going to throw this off of jab, cross, hook. Jab, cross, hook, spin, hammer blow. Okay? So I'm going to come 1, 2, 3. Most of the time, people get used to a pattern, and they expect the pattern to go left, right, okay? They expect if I throw front hand, I'm going to throw back hand. If I throw from the left, I'm going to throw from the right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subvert that. I'm going to trick you a little bit, okay? You're expecting, because I threw a hook this way, that I'm going to throw something off my right arm back towards you. But instead, I'm going to throw my right arm around and come from the same side, okay? So I'm going to hit Bob here. He thinks the next punch is coming this way, but it's going to come around here again. So it looks like this. Jab, cross, hook, spin. Okay? Okay. Now you would probably want to step a little bit more. His base is in my way. I can't take a full step. But remember, after I do my hook and I'm spinning, this foot pulls around. Okay? For that hammer blow. After this, I'm going to show you one more little thing, a way that you could follow up your spin hammer blow. It's kind of a cool little trick that I really like. So we'll look at that next. So we're going to stop right there on that for now. So, jab, cross, hook, spin, hammer blow. Ready? Jab, cross, hook, spin, look, boom, and hammer blow. One big step all the way around. Let's do it again. Ready? 2. Head has to go around. Ready? 3. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. 4. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, switch stance. 5. 6. Boom, boom. 7. Jab, cross, hook, spin, and hammer. One more time. Here we go. 8. There we go. Now, if you remember from the other class, we said if the hammer blow and elbow are almost the same. Okay, so if I did that and I was too close, I could throw my elbow. All right? Or, like if we were doing the one we did just before that, I threw my elbow and Bob stepped back and he was too far for me to do my spin elbow, I could do a spin hammer blow instead. It's the same motion from my shoulder. Okay, the only thing that changes is this whips out for the hammer blow. Okay? So the last little bonus tip we have here for today is, this is a technique that I saw for the first time, I think, in the movie Way of the Dragon, where Chuck Norris is one of the bad guys that Bruce Lee fights. It's the one where he like rips out all his chest hair. Bruce Lee rips out that big chunk of Chuck Norris's chest hair. So before they fight, though, Chuck Norris is doing a little warm-up thing, and it's actually a form that I kind of looked into it a little bit. He teaches in his, or he used to teach anyway, in some of his schools. And so what he does, though, is he's doing his little moves. He does a spin hammer blow, and then instead of coming forward, he reverses his spin back. And I think he actually does it more like a knife hand block, but I'm going to do it as a chop, so because we're working on strikes today. Okay? So that knife hand chop, it's just like a hammer blow. Fingers are open and squeezed together, though. Okay, so instead of my fist closed, it's here, but that same portion of my hand hits the target. Okay, so this time, jab, cross, hook, or do the little Chuck Norris move. I'm going to do my spin hammer blow. I hit my target, and I bounce off the target, I spin back the way I came, and I throw a chop. Okay? So when I say I bounce off, boom, 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 I'm spinning around, I step forward, I hit the target, and then as this hand comes back to my face, I reverse my direction of my spin. I take another step with the same foot that I just used. I just go the opposite direction. And I throw a spin chop or another spin hammer blow off of that. Okay? So if I was going to do that to Bob, 1, 2, 3, spin, spin. Right? 1, 2, 3, spin, spin. Okay, so it's kind of a cool little move. I think it looks cool. I think it's fun to do. It feels like a karate move, you know, like a cool old school karate type kind of technique to me. So let's just do it a couple times. We'll just do it 3 times just to practice. So here we go. Jab, cross, hook, spin, hammer, blow, bounce off your target, spin back, and chop. Okay? Let's do it again. Ready, go. Boom, 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 boom. One more time. Jab, cross, hook, spin, hit, bounce, spin, chop. Kind of just a fun one to practice. Like I said, it's just one that I really like to look at. It looks cool, it's fun to do. So that's going to be our class for today. If you haven't seen Way of the Dragon, pretty cool movie, at least you can YouTube that fight scene and see the fight scene where Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee go up against each other. And it's what Chuck Norris is doing right before the fight. He's doing like a little solo drill to get warmed up, and this is part of it, that little spinning thing. So thanks so much for watching. We'll be doing Zoom classes again tomorrow. We'll have more full classes on YouTube next week. We miss you guys. We'll see you sooner than later. Light at the end of the tunnel. All right? See you guys. Bye.